This is like that Bernie Sanders meme. I am here once again to talk to you about these Caucasian teenagers on TikTok that reveal themselves to be racist. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to touch on this because I'm realizing something. So, in case you're not up to date with TikTok, okay, because you're older than the age of 15, there's this girl named Emmuhlu who they found some old videos of her using the N-word with the hard R. She's apologized for it, but here's what I'm coming to realize. One, somehow, some way, these white kids are growing up thinking that using the N-word with the hard R, because listen, using the N-word with an A at the end, I personally am not okay with people using it, but I mean, there's a debate there. But with the hard R, the hard ER at the end, that is undeniably an attempt to be racist. And these kids are, I'm realizing that they kind of see it as a way to be edgy, like to have edgy humor. I'm thinking they thought of it like how, in the 90s we used to say, oh, that's so GAY. You're so GAY. To mean something is bad, or people used to say, you're so R word. I don't want to say the word and then like 15 years later somebody take this out of context and use it against me, but you know what I mean. You're so, like the Black Eyed Peas used to, their song, let's get it started, and it used to be a different word that starts with an R. And I'm realizing that they think it's like the equivalent of that. But here's how it's not the same. Back when we used to say that's so GAY, we weren't thinking about the actual LGBT community, and we weren't trying to be edgy. That's just what you said. Back when people said the R word, we weren't thinking of the disability community. We weren't trying to be edgy. It's just what you said. But since when, for how many decades has the N-word been widely known and accepted as a racial slur to not say? It's been the 90s that we stopped saying, GAY as a slur. So what, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 20, so three decades we've known that. Okay, then the R word, it was like the 2000s, so 2 decades we've known that. But the N word, we've known that's not a good word. We've known that for like at least a century. Yeah. Okay, which tells me, and by the way, you would never say that in front of a black person. Like, people would say that, so people would say those words in front of somebody that's in that community, not realizing that it's kind of offensive. But it's offensive. You would never say that if a black person was present. So it's not a joke. It's not edgy humor. It's that you were raised in a community that was racist, and they just never told you that they're racist. They just let you grow up thinking it's normal to think of black people in that derogatory way. And I mean, I'm a grown adult, but I guess you never stop learning things in life or realizing things in life. I used to not think too much about racism and stuff like that. I used to as far as it goes socially. Like, I would think about it in terms of institutions and laws and stuff like that. I would think about it, but I never thought about it so much as in social interactions, just between, just regular people. But now, like, that these children, like Generation Z, is saying this word. Like, it would be different if it was like, the Paula Deen thing. Like, you're 60 something years old. Like, okay, we know you've been saying that word, okay? Papa John's, how old is he? In his 50s? Okay, we know you've been saying that word. But these are people who are 17, 18, 19, 20 years old saying the word unapologetically. Like, you really didn't think about it, because if you did think about it, you would have deleted those. Like, nobody would have found those videos. It would have been deleted. You would have been like, oh, I need to delete this ish. Like, so yeah. Things, people, people are a little bit more racist than I thought, that I gave them credit for. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And it really, it's coloring my view of people. Like, when I meet people or see people, online or otherwise, I don't think about like when you meet a guy, you're thinking, okay, let me see this guy. Like, what kind of guy is he? Is he a jerk? Like, what kind of guy is he? You know what I mean? You just, as a woman, you think that. But now there's a whole new layer of thought that I'm thinking when I meet people now. Man, I mean, that really sucks. That really sucks. And that really, really sucks. It brings a whole new understanding to, I don't see color. Like, the next time I hear somebody say I don't see color, I gave this side eye before, because I'm just like, you don't see color? You kind of should, because it affects every aspect of life. I gave the side eye for that reason, but now I'm also going to be given the side eye because I'm like, are you sure? Like, maybe you're just saying that. Are you sure? And this is this is a different level than just blackfishing, where you try to do your makeup and your hair to, pass as a black or partially black person. This is a whole nother level of, oh, you're a white person wearing braids. Oh my God. Like, this is not in that league. Using that particular word is indicative of a certain mindset. And pretty much everyone can agree that using that word reflects a mindset. Like, everyone can agree with that. It's disheartening. Really disheartening. And as far as this Emmuhlu girl, what she has to do, this is a little bit different than those high schoolers that used it like last week. This girl used it like a year or so ago. And in my opinion, she knew it was wrong. She knew it was not a good word to use, but she thought, maybe she thought black people wouldn't be watching her content at that time, and it would be funny to certain people. And she didn't think it was as big of a deal as it is. Hence, she never deleted it. Yeah, I guess some of these Caucasians don't understand that it's a big deal. Like, when you show that you think of us in a derogatory way, that's a big deal. And that really worries the F out of us, because as a US citizen, you can affect law change, you can vote, you can do all sorts of things that can potentially dictate our lives. And that's troublesome, to feel like people who can potentially affect our livelihood have a strong bias against us that they don't even realize. Like, they don't even see themselves that they have a bias against us. It's disheartening. Yeah, that sucks. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Changes how I look at people now. Um, don't I don't put it past anyone anymore. Yeah, I don't put it past anyone anymore. By the way, my lashes are growing. I'm using a lash serum. I know it's kind of random. I'm just digging it, loving it. Yeah, and you know what? If another TikToker comes out next week, I'm not gonna comment on it. My brain is kind of malfunctioning at this point. I will, it's kind of inspiring me to post more, just to promote more Black excellence, just to promote more representation of, what it means to be Black. The more we can't hide away from the fact that we are a minority in this country, and it's hard to fight against negative bias when there's only so many of you, and the visibility of us obviously is limited to many people. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing me. But I want to let y'all know, in case any other millennials were naive like me, like I'm realizing how damn naive I've been. Dang, I've been naive as F. All right. Until next time, much love, much luck. Mwah. Peace out.